Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Today is Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Our solar wind speeds are coming in at 484.9 kilometers per second with a density of 4.4. Checking out the sun today, and we have 5 sunspot groupings to talk about. We have 4 of them labeled at the bottom or in the corner where it says alerts, AR 28, 42, 45, 46, 47 for sunspots number 59. Now, they are circling another area that should be a sunspot here in the near future. That would give us 5 altogether, and it could be a total of sunspot number 70. The relevant thing to speak of here when it comes to these sunspots, though, is that these are very little sunspots. Each one is about 11 sunspots per grouping. So this is not a very big sunspot event. However, it does look busier on our star, but still very little sunspots. Checking out the rest of our space weather stats, our KP indices coming in at 2 with a 24-hour max of a 3. Our TCI, that's the top part of our atmosphere, that temperature is coming in at 4.92. We've been following this closely over the last couple of years, and it has been as high as 6.5 or higher, but in the last 6 months, we have seen this continue to drop. So the top of our atmosphere of our planet continues to cool as we supposedly are heading towards a maximum in 2025. Again, cosmic radiation dosage rate is at 8.6, and that's a 0.6 change over the last 48 hours. And I want to read off really quick about this CME that I've got highlighted in the middle of your screen. Sideways solar flare. A filament of magnetism near the sunspot AR 2846 erupted yesterday, sparking a B-class solar flare and hurling a cloud of plasma into space. Normally in this location, the blast would rule out an impact on Earth. However, the explosion's debris squirted out sideways. So, instead of not impacting Earth, it kind of will impact. Nothing major, but again, a B-class maybe spark a little geomagnetic activity. Nothing major, folks. So don't worry about that. But I just wanted to point that out. This location usually means the solar flares will not impact Earth. However, on this one, it will, in fact, indeed, probably graze the magnetic field of our sun. So let's go ahead and check out how many sunspots we actually have coming up here on our Grand Solar Minimum weather station here on the website, thegrandsolarminimum.com. And we will take a look at the next few sunspots. There is the filament once again exploding sideways. This usually wouldn't be an impact for Earth. However, in this situation, it is changed because of the way this was slung out. So let's take a look at our sunspots. We have plenty to talk about. The one thing that we want to say is the one that I mentioned the other night, 2 nights ago. This is that region I was worried about. It's still large, but it's not as bright, and it's fading. Also, we are not seeing this circled on SPACEWEATHER.com, so this may not even be a sunspot like I announced 2 nights ago. But we have one here, 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 and here. Now, most folks would say, well, the sun's alive and well and it's awake. Yes and no. There are sunspot regions on the sun, yes, but again, these are small. These are nothing major. This right here, I was talking about how I thought this was going to be large once it got to the eastern limb, where the Earth-facing side, these sunspots tend to seem like they die out. This is going to be a lot stronger now, but how much you want to bet when we get here on the eastern limb that this also dies down. But plenty of sunspot activity to talk about right now. Very small, but we still have plenty of sunspot activity to speak of. All right, let's check our weather. This time, the mic does not cut out. There we go. All right, so let's check out what's going to happen here in the United States today, Wednesday. Rain across the northeast, flooding possible on the coast in the Philly, New York City, Boston areas. Rain across the south. And what is the beginning of a multiple day event in the southwest, Arizona especially, New Mexico, Colorado, and others will see heavy rain over the next few days. In fact, it could amount to some more flooding. Flagstaff's already had some problems. Let's move on to Thursday, July 22nd. More rain for the southwest. Like I said, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado seeing the brunt of this. Showers across the south, drying up for the northeast and the Midwest for a little bit, but more showers return to the northern plain states and near the Great Lakes and Critical fire weather possible, folks. That's something I haven't seen before, and it is showing up big time here in this part. And we know the fires in Canada are affecting the air quality across the northern parts of the United States, including here as far as New Jersey. We have seen air quality alerts for this Canadian wildfire. Yesterday, our sun definitely looked a little bit different thanks to the particulates that were in the atmosphere. And I assume we will see more of that today as these fires continue to burn. How is the smoke getting into this region, you say? The jet stream is carrying this, folks. That's right. The jet stream is carrying all of this from here across the northern parts of the United States. Again, expect more of the same today. And we will take a look at Friday as well. More of the same for the Southwest, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico. Heavy rains expected out there. Showers across the northern plains and the Great Lakes. The Midwest, start to see showers once again, as well as the Northeast. Now, high pressure is settling in the Northeast, which means it could be a cool week for the remainder of the week. Daytime highs only expected in the mid-70s for parts of the Northeast. Meanwhile, the rest of the country, from the Central Plains back to the West Coast, it's summer and business as usual. Let's take a look at our high temperatures for today as we move across our work week here. Wednesday, hump day. You see summer is across much of the country. In the yellows, you're looking at 70s and 80s, or 80s and 90s, I'm sorry, for the yellow. And then the green is representing the 70s to the 80s, and then the light blue is 60s, believe it or not. So 60s across the northern parts of the Northeast, and 70s and 80s in the Midwest. Meanwhile, it's going to be hot across the rest of the country, especially in the Southwest. Once again, a little bit of a relief for Washington and Oregon on the far West Coast. You guys are seeing temperatures in the 70s, and that is well deserved after the brutal heat that you experienced for the last few days, or the last couple of weeks, I should say. Low temperatures, nothing crazy to really report on here. Typical summertime lows. All right, that's going to do it for me this morning for our solar update. Please tune in tonight for our full report on the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Until then, folks, we will talk soon.
Do you like this show? Give us a thumbs up. Want to support us more? Share to your favorite social media platform. Buy a t-shirt or become a Patreon. All links are in the description below.